Look, modern problems require modern solutions.
Yeah, I was gonna put the Emerald Herald here because she's over there, but she's, I don't know if you would realize this. Emerald, gets chromed out.
We
Damnedest thing.
should have gone with a blue screen. Except Artorias would be fucked.
Oh, he would. He would. Poor Artie.
Oh yeah, walnuts, peanuts, pineapple smell.
Well, hey everybody. My name's Jeff, here with me and a guest today to talk about what I'm going to do on Saturday, November 8th, 2025 as I enter my 5th year of Extra Life in the 3rd year of the Ghostnola Industries Cardio Souls Charity Variation Guaranteed World Record Attempt. But first, what is Extra Life?
What is Extra Life? Extra Life is a program of Children's Miracle Network hospitals with over 100,000 participants. Since its inception in 2008, Extra Lifers from across the globe have raised more than $132 million for local member children's hospitals. Money raised through Extra Life supports member children's hospitals, funding critical treatments or pediatric medical equipment, making sure that hospitals can provide charitable care to those in need, and specialized services not covered by insurance. The money Jeff is raising this year is going towards his local Children's Miracle Network hospital, RWJ Barnabas Health Children's Specialized Hospital in Mountainside, New Jersey. Children's Specialized Hospital, part of the Children's Health Network at RWJ Barnabas Health, is the nation's leading provider of inpatient and outpatient care for children and young adults facing unique healthcare challenges, from chronic illnesses and complex physical disabilities like brain and spinal cord injuries to a full scope of developmental, behavioral, and mental health concerns. But enough about that. What's going on in the really important thing, video games? Jeff?
Hey, thanks, Max. There's nothing like a Coca-Cola after learning what Extra Life is, but
Oh man, I don't know if we need product placement here, buddy.
we always we got Artorias, we got a Mimic, we got Ormstein, we got trans rights.
Yeah, trans rights.
Turn off. Turn off if you don't like it. There you go. This is now we're getting aggressively opinionated. Just we're putting it out here. My dear guest tonight, Torpo, I'm just gonna leave that up. I'll leave it up. I don't have to turn that off.
Trans rights are human rights.
Yeah. Trans rights, trans wrongs, all of them. Leave trans kids alone. Leave trans adults alone. Just what's your problem?
Just leave trans people alone.
Yeah.
That's all I ask.
Yeah. What's your problem?
Let them be people.
Yeah. Just let them be. Let them be. But hey, we got Torpo here today.
I exist.
You do exist. You are our first ping slime tuber. I wanted
PNG tuber. We'll call
PNG
it.
tuber. Should you say PNG? Now I don't say GIF because I have self-respect. It's a GIF, like graphics.
It's a GIF.
I don't say giraffics. Yeah.
No, that'd be. Yeah, I mean,
The guy's wrong.
Man.
I don't care if he invented it. I don't care.
It doesn't matter.
No.
Language is fluid. Words have meaning, but you know what it means.
Yeah, fair enough. All right. Anyway, but yes.
People see, the secret is you say a word wrong long enough, it becomes real.
Well, yeah, we're not here to talk about my teaching career. We are here to talk about Dark Souls, which you have never played.
Nope, never, not even once, not even 8 times.
No, so I'm not going to insert a clip right here of you streaming Dark Souls because that doesn't exist.
Here we go.
Well, even though you've never played Dark Souls, I do know why you're here. It is because you are cool and attractive, and I wanted a non-human entity, and you have a huge friendship with me. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's it.
That's good.
That's all of them.
Just chilling in the bonus dungeon. That's what I do.
Yeah, that's all the things. But yeah, we're talking about why not gas up your friends. That's the ongoing theme. We're getting old. We're all getting older.
Thank you. Feed my ego. I need it.
I have reached the point in my age where I'm just gonna ask people, hey, you want to do a thing? Because really, what's the worst they're gonna do? Say no. Don't be. We're not 12 anymore. and asking out the guy, the girl, the whatever that we're interested in, and the world's not going to end. Just, hey man, you want to do a thing? Most people say yes. I've had a couple of no's, and they're very respectful no's. Nobody ever does the bite your head off. So let's celebrate people, and charity and goodness and what
No, it's one of those fun things where there's 2 points in life where you just quit beating around the bush, and that's as a child because you don't know how to, and like as an adult getting on years because fuck it, you don't have enough time in the world to deal with that shit.
we're gonna talk about my compressed time I'm working with here. But I mean, all right, all things serious, we do know you have played at least one Dark Souls, at least the one I'm going to be talking about.
At least every single one, yes.
At least every single one. Okay, all right. Let's run through them. All right, Demons. What's your thoughts?
Really jank, tries a lot of things super interesting for that, but has some kind of foul ideas that I really wish it didn't, like needing to beat a side quest to actually feasibly get to the final boss. And I definitely didn't lose my mind spending 3 hours on a fucking stream trying to get through that dragon, and I wasn't furious. I wasn't mad. You can't say I was mad.
You weren't owned. You didn't turn into a corn cob. You're a slime. You're clearly still a slime.
Exactly.
I have felt no shame in learning about these games before I get into them. And I use learning a little loose, and we'll tighten it in. So my problem was I bought Prepare to Die edition, as a lot of us did, and I played it. And I played it for about a half hour, and I was a thief, and I had the Master Key, and I had the Black Fire Bombs, and I got the Grass Crest Shield, and then I turned the game off. Because I had just watched speedrunners play, so I knew what the hot ideas were, but I had no idea why you would care about them. So I put the game on the shelf for at least 5 or 6 years. And it was actually, we were talking about you before you came on, good old Skippy Granola told me the secret to Dark Souls: sword and board.
Yeah. No, especially for like a first playthrough, perfect, fantastic. It's a classic.
He just,
it's how I beat the game the first time.
Yeah, so get the heater shield. That's all you need. It's fine. It still works.
It's good. It's a good fucking shield. Like, it works well into the end game.
Yeah, just you can, for your first time, yeah, that would be upgrade a shield, get the block, just let them plink you, stab them back. It's fine. You win. Game over. Hooray! Everybody's happy. Yeah, it worked. Once I learned that, I was able to get deeper into them. And yeah, Demons. I was glad I knew a bit about it. I have played like 20 or 30 minutes of the PlayStation 3 one on my PlayStation 3 that I own. Largely PlayStation 5. It looks lovely. The jank is still there. I absolutely abuse all of the stuff that I can. I've only fought all of the bosses legitimate when co-oping and being summoned. If it's on me, I love just what if they had their AI disabled? When I do co-op, what if I had the blue blood sword so you just don't get a turn, because that'll stun lock the crap out of you. Demons, as
it also hits like a freight train.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as you mentioned with the jank and bad ideas, that's if you don't remember, folks, that's the one with the scraping spear that breaks your gear. Okay,
but scraping spear is okay. You know what? I'm a monster here.
All right.
Fully admit it. Scraping spear is hilarious in PvP.
Oh, it's funny. It's very funny.
It's scraping spear and the acid spell just to destroy people's armor. You don't even have to win because you've already won by just getting in there.
Yeah, I mean if you know, you know, but it's a little extra mean, but it's the rough draft. Okay, so we got that one down. I don't know, Dark Souls overall, you'd what, once a year, every other year you kind of play through that, it seems?
Yeah. Even just on my own time. I really like Dark Souls 1. I like the way it feels. I like that it's still jank. It has ideas, and a lot of those ideas are interesting. Some never even pan out. Most people have never even seen the Vagrants.
One time when I did co-op, after convincing like 3 friends to buy Remastered when it was on one of those rare sales, after they did the if you have Prepare to Die, it's only $20. I saw one good vagrant outside of the church.
Yeah, I've seen at least like 7 or 8.
Yeah, I got
thousands
of hours, multiple platforms.
Yep. Nope, they're super rare. I always found them in the library, actually. But either way, it has a lot of ideas that I think are super interesting. Once again, not all of them pan out. Fine, whatever. World design, incredibly tight, fantastic. It was also before the sort of player arms race, so all the numbers are very reasonable. It's actually a pretty breezy game to get through.
Yeah, we'll talk about how long, I aim to be playing this for. I've developed some strategies. I'm now at the. I know it's crazy. I play it enough. You'd think I would get good finally at it. I walked into that one.
I hate that phrase.
I didn't mean to do as it was coming out. I was trying to tighten up. I couldn't pivot. But anyway,
we're here to have fun, you son of a bitch.
Here to have fun. Here to have fun. I've managed to get it so that 55 minutes in, all I have left are the final 5 bosses.
Hell yeah.
And I can slim that down. I'm trying to.
You probably can.
I'm getting serious. I'm gonna be the serious Mr. Karate of Dark Souls. There you go, as well as the Jack LaLanne of Dark Souls.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, sure. You do that, buddy. I believe in you. Yeah, no, I just think it's super fun. I also think Prepare to Die was the worst thing they could have ever done. Yeah. Not the DLC. The DLC is fine, but the branding.
Yeah. The mechanics. So Dark Souls 2, I'm trying to get more into it. It clicked for me when I finally, and I know this is a crazy person way to play, bear with me. It clicked for me when I said, okay, you got different mechanics. I'm going to fully engage with those mechanics. And I said, I just started depopulating the world.
Hell yeah.
What if there just weren't people? What if they just weren't there? What if they didn't get to come back?
Yeah, no, when I first played the game, I sucked absolute hot ass, so there were a lot of fucking depopulated areas. Actually, really quick, speaking of that, going back to Dark Souls 1, I actually didn't play through all of it initially. I played through, got stuck at the Taurus Demon, stopped, played through further, got stuck at the Gaping Dragon, stopped, and I played it all the way through and fell in love.
There you go. I just needed to.
I also was a hovel flipper.
Join in 2. Put your hands together if you want it.
Anyway, so
we talked about Souls 1, 2, 3. 3 seems to be the one people really are kind of wah about.
I
don't know anybody. I don't know anybody that 3 is my favorite game. I enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. Watching Boix cause trouble for everybody, just, running through and being an agent of chaos and being on just that crazy train. But I don't know how it would play solo wise.
I'm gonna say some opinions that low-key ring a little hollow because I've put 230 hours into the game. But it is my least favorite of the Souls franchise, and it kind of feels soulless, honestly. Not like a cash-in or anything like that, but I feel like it sacrificed a lot because it was a reaction to the pushback from 2.
Yeah.
So it's like, what if we played it incredibly fucking safe?
Yeah.
And just like, hey, remember Dark Souls 1? Yeah, we still have it. And it's frustrating. It also wants to be Bloodborne speed without giving you the Bloodborne speed.
I remember talking with my brother when it came out, and we were both watching some streams of it and just being like, looks quite Bloodborne-y there, huh? And then, playing it, absolutely. And, that would be a fun mod. What if you actually there is, if you play Cinders, there's a ring you can get which will increase your speed. So you can get hunter speed. But the
cool.
Cinders mod, I'm going to throw it out there. That is one you should play.
As we take you through this monkey rap.
But no, Bloodborne is incredibly fucking good, really great, has some real dog shit ideas like the Chalice dungeons, but overall I really enjoy it. and I was surprised at how well I breezed through it last time I played.
Yeah, I was very glad for the whole Tomb Prospector community to just kind of get the numbers for where I wanted to go to get things that weren't just go to the Cum Dungeon and get all them souls. Elden Ring is what got me into Bloodborne. Because it sped up enough over, because the Dark Souls one I love, and I've said it before, like it's, you know, I've heard somebody describe it as it's like comfort food. I know what to expect.
Yeah.
I plug in, brain off, breeze through. Then we'll talk about how that definitely works, where it's just I'm muscle memorying through that one. But yeah, Elden Ring being
It's
a
a
bit
comfort
faster.
game.
Exactly. Elden Ring being faster, jump button. Oh, love that jump button.
The jump button made such a huge difference. It's bizarre.
Yeah. Torrent, when I went back to do Bloodborne after that, I was like, I get it now. And also, Elden Ring was where I finally stopped being a shield baby. I just said, all right, I'm going to have my magic stick in one hand and my poking knife in the other. And so going to Bloodborne with no shield, then I was like, I can do this. This is a thing I can do. You just got to be angry.
I fucking love Elden Ring so much. It is probably my favorite alongside Dark Souls. But it's so good from start to finish. And also, it has, speaking of shield boys, you can be a shield boy if you want.
Yes.
Shields are great.
They
are fantastic in
yes,
Elden Ring.
Yes, they are so good. I know we have talked privately about, you know, your shielding and being the only person to survive in your seamless runs, because, you know, it was, what if I just had a really big shield?
I mean, the really big shield was the DLC. No, the main one, I was basically just so my original run, I was a wizard with a katana because Moonveil's busted his shit.
Yeah. I am Cold Moonveil, you know, in mind. What if I had 2 katanas?
Yeah, well, yeah. What if you did?
Yeah,
but
I jump and I swing 2 katanas and I keep swinging them and then they're dead.
In a co-op playthrough, I ended up deciding to be the Jesus freak, as I call it, and I went spear, shield, and faith.
I remember that Jesus freak because when Santa Granda visited the Lands Between last year, that Jesus freak showed up and picked a fight with a merchant.
Oh god, I need to mute the stream. That was an accident.
Don't hit him, you idiot! Oh, Jesus. Oh, run, just, you guys.
What happened?
Now all of the merchants are going to be pissed off at us. Okay.
Who did that?
So, we need to now go to the Turtle Pope and get forgiven.
Oops.
All
Why
right.
would you do this?
What? I would never.
I would never force an entire full load of seamless co-op to have to panic and go see Muriel and figure out who's the asshole that needs to get forgiven. You never do that. Would never be you. You know.
No. The best part was I lied about it at first.
Yes, you did. No, it was interesting to watch, and future Jeff, see if you'll cut it in. If I remember right, when you spawned in, it looked like you were going to telefrag the merchant because it's, you know, you spawn in where the host is, and I think it was one of those, like, you couldn't do it where I was because there's people around me, and it was just like, oh no, is the merchant going to explode?
And he did.
And then there was an explosion. Yeah, because, you know, a thing happened.
You know him well. He's finally back.
My character became Ronnie's wife and fucked off to space, but came back because I came back from space angry to go do the DLC.
Some tale. Here's a coconut gun. Can fire in spurts.
The DLC, I fought the birth, really? Fought the boss, the final boss.
There was a birth. There was a birth that happened in there. You know, Nicola came back birthed as a god.
Twice before it got nerfed. Literally, the co-op playthrough beat him less than a week before he got nerfed.
I think original that Radon, Promised Consort, that I did. I never faced the original main game one. Yeah, I've heard from everybody's like, it sucks. It is not a place of honor. It just sucked.
No. That is not a place of honor, which is why I had secretly that entire DLC been building towards what is lovingly known as the Block the World build. which is you use a big fucking shield, your stamina's out the wazoo, you have a shitload of health, and you just basically poke the boss to death while he cannot harm you.
He shoots ya. If you wanna hurt, he's bigger.
I think we should talk a little bit about the topic at hand, which is
Oh.
cardio souls, or I have a
Oh.
quote here. How I decided to spend one day a year physically assaulting my own body in the name of charity while playing a video game using cardiovascular exercise equipment.
Also physically assaulting everyone's senses.
That may be true, and I have a quote that's kind of about many things. It is from Miss Stevie Matos, who is a podcastress, a good old After School Anime Club, an actress, the future spouse of a literal trained clown. She was talking, she was talking about Takeshi's Castle. Great-
Chorophilia.
Yeah, great TV show. I have applied it to the field of teaching. I am going to apply it to what we're going to talk about, but I think it also applies to what you were saying with me assaulting people's senses. Here we go. Torpo, you're going to get fucked up today. You're going to work for this money.
Damn.
Yeah.
Harsh.
It's right. So Cardio Souls, it's a little game, and we got some rules. I have the rules written down clearly here. Here's how we're going to operate here. While playing the game, I must be using a stair stepper as my cardio machine of choice. Okay, asterisk number 1. And also, ask questions if you got them. So year 1, we didn't do video because I really wasn't fully set up down here for it. I showed Torpo the green zone. He had a good chuckle. It is, quite fun. Lovely Midge painted it because I cannot paint to save my life. It's not a I'm weaseling out of work dude move. I just cannot paint. I don't know. I just don't have it. But we weren't really set up. I had a stair stepper that I got during lockdown because I needed to do stuff, and I started stair stepping while playing Dark Souls, and once we moved here, I said, I think I got something for that extra life. So the original stepper is still here. It's over in that corner. It still works. However, there were some Teflon washers on it, and
Ooh.
yeah, damnedest thing. I must have used it too long, and a couple of them started to crumble from heat and friction. So it works, but it's a little loud. Happens.
Look, I'm a huge fan of Teflon. It's in my stomach. I'm doing great.
Fantastic. All right, so you know the goods. I replaced it with a heavier duty one. Or let me phrase that. There was an intermediate one from the same company that really wasn't heavy duty. So I had to send that back because it broke. The problem, so heat and friction with this new model, I was blowing O-rings on the hydraulic cylinders, and then hydraulic fluid was maybe getting on the floor, and I had to clean it up. Yeah.
Oh no, my stair stepper's pissing everywhere.
Yeah, no, it was just like, it's wet. Is that my sweat? Because I sweat a lot. Or is it something else? Like, oh, that's not sweat. That's stuff that shouldn't be there. So yeah, I sent that back, and I got a heavier duty one, the model that I use now.
Poor stair stepper's pissing on the carpet. We gotta put it down.
Got it. It's going to a farm upstate with all the other stair steppers. It's having a great time. The new one though is quite good. It doesn't explicitly say you should use it for no more than 15 minutes at a time. Therefore, I feel it's good to use for a marathon of playing Dark Souls. Am I right?
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed, baby. So one of them failed. I used it so much I snapped a weld. Whoops. I sent it back. I got another one, and while we were in between talk of broken weld and hydraulic stuff, good old Joe said, you should probably just get a fan to blow on it. Just minor passive cooling will do a lot. So yeah, there's 220 millimeter computer fans that just blow on the back of it while I'm going, and I haven't had any problems with it since, which is good.
Yeah, I mean, whatever works.
Yeah, so we got the stepper from last year. We have the stepper from the first year. I have another stepper that is the model that we're currently using in a box. I had another backup last year. I've given that to friend Josh, who also joined us in the land between. If all of those happen to break, right, 4 steppers, I also have a walking pad. Now, The walking pad shuts off if you use it for an hour and 40 minutes. So if I get to the point that I need to use the walking pad, I think we're okay asterixing and saying we can get off the stair stepper, and it will be funny that every hour and 40 minutes I need to have somebody turn it off and turn it back on again for me. That's just
I
hilarious.
mean, it's just break time. It's break time.
You know what? Thanks for bringing up breaks. Unless a cutscene is playing, I need to be moving.
Yeah.
How many
Okay.
cutscenes do you remember from Dark Souls, Torpo?
Every notable boss has one, and other than that, really only the start and end.
Yeah, so there's a couple of things that happen.
Also transitions into the DLC and shit.
Yeah. We'll talk about the DLC. We're not going there this year. Yeah, so I kind of, muscle memory takes over and I button mash and I skip them, or I am in such a rhythm that I keep going, and that's where the peanut gallery that sits behind me, who, as you mentioned, I'll be assaulting with my stink, that's where they come in to remind me, you need to stop. Please stop and take a breath. Last year at one point, they were calling out extra hydration breaks because I was very, very, very damp. And then somebody noticed, Jeff, you're dry. I just kind of sucked it all back in me. Whoopsie
No,
daisy.
you got to get one of those beer hats and just put bottles of water in instead.
It's kind of tempting, but I think the sweatbands is probably the best move to just, kind of keep the burny water out of my eyes for that. But yeah. So, we do have some breaks planned in, whether I take them or not, question mark. Next one.
Sometimes it's better just like ride out the rhythm.
There is a point where it's keep the rhythm up, and also I just want to be done. There is a point where I want to finish. I want to put this game to bed. I believe last year in the DLC when I had to fight Artorias, I think it was 3 or 4 tries before I finished him. I was like, please. He kept giving me bad openers because I was doing the Crystal Mage route. So I wanted to catch him in his opening attack to give him counter damage to just take him out nice and quick, and it just wasn't happening. All right, next one, very important. All glitches within the game are valid. We're duping souls. We're doing dumb stuff. We're having a good time. I've started to learn some new stuff. I don't think I'll be using it. I might. I've learned how to do move swap. So what if I had the Dragon's Tooth functioning and hitting multiple times like you're running with the rapier? I mean, what could happen there to a boss? Are you just gonna lock him down? Who would do that? That's not gentlemanly,
So who cares?
Yeah, it's like, there's bosses, you're supposed to fight him. What am I gonna do? Throw poop at them until they just stink to death?
Look, I'm here fighting to the death. Why should I care about honor?
Yeah, that was so
bitch.
we had an incentive last year, and we met it again this year that I have to go to the Painted World and I have to fight Priscilla.
You need to assault with your stink as well.
With my stink. Now, I don't know when I will be fighting her, Torpo, because here's how it works this year. Last year I got to choose the route, which was great. This year, there's a little thing I stream called Convoluted Souls. I have a spreadsheet I made that uses logic to determine what bosses are open without major glitches. So, like, the Iron Golem is not open from start, even though, yes, you could do Sen's Gate skip and go fight him first. Just logically casual who's available. So, however many bosses there are, you roll a die or you random number that many, that's where you're going to. So, eventually I'll have to fight her. In theory, it could get to, you need to go fight Gwyn. If that happens, I will have to haul my ass back to the Painted World and go fight her, and then I get to fight Gwyn. But it's gonna be messy. It's gonna be real messy.
Yeah.
I don't get to.
I mean, it's already messy.
It's gonna get messier. It's gonna get messier. Oh, speaking of bosses, gosh. As soon as I defeat a boss, there's a user-submitted donation-based beverage queue providing me with a drink that I must immediately consume, and, I'm kind of at the mercy of the collective peanut gallery for this one. We've had water.
Yeah, you really got fucked at the outset.
We've had sodas. We've had Gatorade, Pocari Sweat, all of those good things, but it's usually beer and booze, and we had a donation incentive this year. The very first drink, as soon as I beat the asylum, I gotta chug some Baijiu. Torpo, are you familiar with Baijiu?
I have heard from you. It is terrible and puts hair on your chest.
Yeah, Midge told me about it when we first started dating. I said, "Oh, I love gasoline whiskey." She's like, "Oh, you should have Baijiu. It's like Chinese moonshine," and sure is, sure is. It's and that is a
Taste the
smell.
battery acid.
That is a smell that will linger in the air, and I will be rushing to the next boss to kind of cleanse the palate from that one. I think we got like 26 bosses to clear the game. As I said, last year we hit an incentive to get the sad puppy cutscene, so we had to do the DLC before fighting Sif. Manus, again, all glitches. Why would I go in the room and fight him? I just shot that idiot from outside with a bunch of arrows. Whatever. But, you know, you still got to deal with Artorias. We got the sad puppy. Baker's dozen, 15 bosses is hopefully what I'll be getting. But, again, it's convoluted souls this year. Who knows? Who knows how many? Who knows what, when, where, or how? I mean, I could be forced to go back to the asylum right before Gwyn to take on the Stray. I could be forced to go deal with the Centipede after the Bed of Chaos. It's going to be a great time for me. Last rule is the most important rule. The Divine Right of Midge. This can and often will alter any of these rules above for the safety and well-being of myself or those around me.
Look, happy wife, happy life.
You know, she's smarter than me. So,
Yeah, I know, don't worry.
yeah, I know, you know. Well,
look, you're not an idiot, but like, we know who the brains are.
Yeah, no, I got no problem saying that.
You got lucky, dude.
Oh yeah, she's fantastic. We love that Midge. Well, that's the rules, and there's a lot of drinks, and I have last year's list of all of the drinks that I would like to share with you. It's just been hanging out in the basement with me. So number one is a lovely little cocktail I used to drink when I lived in good old Portland, Maine. Hey, people, if you're wondering, how did Jorf and Torpo start being friendly peoples and talking? It was largely talking about New England and the fun times of New England.
Look, if you're from New England, all you know is to talk about New England.
Yeah, you know, I love talking
the
about
shared experience of New England.
Yeah, New England's pretty good. You know, I miss some parts of it down in New Jersey. You know, it's like when you're in New England, you got some like really interesting beverages that you can drink.
Yeah, it's Moxie. It's always Moxie.
It's been Moxie the whole time, Torpo. I gotcha.
I don't know why you drink that garbage.
I mean, it's mostly Fireball in there.
I had one friend who, when he started drinking Fireball and would not shut the fuck up about Fireball.
You know, I was an anti-Fireball person. Midge got me into it. Just like, if you get a really bad beverage, you know, it kind of evens things out, and she's not wrong. Once again, she's the smart one. Yeah.
Look, I got nothing against Fireball. That friend would always remind you that he was drinking Fireball, that he loved Fireball.
We know that guy. We've all known that guy. All right, my drink from living in Portland, Maine. I like to call it the hateful highball. Here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna take 2 shots of grapefruit juice. You're gonna take 2 shots of orange juice and 1 shot of whiskey, and drink that sucker down. And remember, with the rules, I have to immediately consume, which is to say, pound whatever I'm getting. So there's like, and I know Torpo's not a drinker, but this is for you at home. There's drinks that are quite tasty, but while you are exercising and getting quite sweaty, you just have to pound and chug and get in your body. It gets a bit much. It gets a little rough. It's not so fun.
I mean, it's already whiskey at the outset, and also pure citrus. That is grapefruit and orange.
It's good for you. You know, it's good for you. Which
fuck grapefruit.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that, because the second one was we had a Midge cocktail. Wasn't any grapefruit in that. She just made me a nice little cocktail. Thank you, honey. We had, oh boy, Torpo, are you familiar with home movies?
Yes.
Do you remember the episode where Coach McGurk became a bartender?
No, I mostly remember like the one where he bought a shitload of swords from QVC.
I mean, yeah, it's a classic one. And our lovely friend Skippy used to sell swords at the mall in the kiosk. He was the sword guy.
Oh man,
all
I
comes
actually
back
have a
around.
sword.
We have a sword as well. Midge told me I couldn't marry her unless I presented her a sword during the ceremony.
Faster and stronger too. He's the first member of.
So yeah, Coach decided to become a bartender. As you've kind of pointed out, Coach doesn't make good decisions. So he at one point was just really struggling with making the basic classic cocktails and decided to come up with some of his own ideas.
Oh no.
The Dirty Frenchman, Torpo. The Dirty Frenchman is a shot of olive juice and 2 shots of wine. What do you think olive juice is?
Terrible.
No, I'm saying, what do you think? Where, if I said, hey, get me some olive juice, where are you going? What is it? Because there's been some discussion over what olive juice is amongst, the gallery
I mean,
here.
Wouldn't that just be olive oil?
Okay, I'm saying no. I said, because you got to Coach, right? What would Coach do? Coach McGurk is going to open a can of black pitted olives. And he's just going to pour.
It's just...
Yeah. So I do that, and
this fucking brining liquid for the olives.
Yeah. And some red wine. I like red wine with it. I feel it's pretty good. The salinity I think is good because I am sweating a lot because I am exercising. I'm doing a lot of cardio.
Yeah, gotta get them salts back in you.
Gotta get that. Yeah, absolutely. And then we had my good friend the famous Monster, another New England native, made me a cocktail which was the Malonster, I believe, which was Malort and Monster Energy drink. It was very good. They took the challenge and said, I want to make Malort good. I would say it was a success. I like Malort. I also like Baijiu, so I'm not really a good test audience, but other people tried it and they agreed. They agreed that it was a good
cocktail. It'll definitely pep you up.
Yeah. Ooh, we had Malort next, except this was a very special Malort. So here's the thing about Midge. Your friend that you were saying, with the fireball, Midge loves a Jell-O shot and is quite skilled at many cooking things, as Torpo will learn by getting some Christmas cookies this year.
Hell yeah.
While we were on vacation, we found a Jell-O mold of a peep. So she took grapefruit juice and Malort and made an enormous Jell-O mold peep. Now, if you're thinking about what this might look like, you probably have a good idea. It was basically a raw chicken breast. I just had a little chunk cut off and just kind of It wasn't bad, but it looked vile.
I mean, yeah, the sugar probably cuts through the Malort a lot.
But it looked quite interesting. It looked quite interesting.
But can you slap it hard enough to cook it in one slap?
I was on the stair stepper, like right over there, really going to town. I couldn't. I had a controller in my hands, and this kind of goes back to all glitches. So in the past, like year 1 was the Switch, year 2 was PlayStation. This year 3 is the PC. So, the glitches differ by platform and by version, like Prepare to Die versus Remastered. We're doing Remastered on the PC. To do the item duping glitch, I have to take the controller and pass it. So in my left hand, I'm holding the right side, and then take my right hand and use the mouse at the same time.
Hell yeah.
To do a little, while also stair-stepping. And having these
love
drinks
that
in
kind
me.
of weird dupe.
And having these drinks in me. Yeah. Which next drink.
Coordination at its peak.
Oh yeah. I mean that's why I have the peanut gallery. This little table I have right here. It's adjustable in height. They'll be wheeling it in and out like a good little pit crew. I'm very, very excited. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do great. Okay. Next one. Nice and easy. A big wave. It's just a light beer. It's a tasty light beer. We hope for a lot of big waves.
It's something refreshing amidst all the trash.
It's just, at this point I had Malort, I had olive juice, Malort, whiskey, just get it off my tongue, please. But then don't worry. So I think this might have been around the time people were concerned about the dryness, because we did have an incentive donation to add a hydration to any shot. You could just say hydrate. You could just, for your drink, say drink water, but this one was an additional, just add it in. So I got to hydrate, but I also had to have a smoker's cough. Now, I know you're not a drinker, but do you want to take a guess as to what the gimmick shot, the smoker's cough, is?
I'm assuming it has whiskey in it.
Incorrect.
No.
No.
Damn. What is it?
Jägermeister with a dollop of mayo.
Oh, God.
That is from my dear friend Thor Jensen, who again, another.
Thor's a hateful motherfucker.
I have known that man for over 20 years. I would have expected no less from him. One of the milestones last year was Thor will make a drink, and I texted him as soon as it happened, and like seconds later he sent that to me. He's a busy guy, but like when he knew he could do harm to a friend, it's like, I'm ready.
You must have been sitting on that one.
He's a man of mystery. We love that Thor. Okay. A hydrate, and this was an interesting one. Josh donated for this. He wanted the flavor, the viral internet drink. The flavor, if you're not familiar, it is a Gatorade lime cucumber. We used a Gatorade Zero. About like 8 ounces of that, and then fill up the rest of your cup with Mike's Harder Cranberry.
I mean, that doesn't sound terrible.
No, but it's confusing. Like, there is some flavor on your tongue. What is this flavor? Who can say? There is a flavor. It has taste.
Man, as someone who drinks Mellow Yellow, I get it.
Oh, man, I haven't had that in decades.
So it's not even good. It's just one of those things of like, what if you describe the concept of citrus to someone and they were forced to make it in a lab? And that is Mellow Yellow. It doesn't taste like anything. It just, wow, this is citrus.
The DK crew.
This is on the board again this year. Mystery Beer Roulette. So Mystery Beer Roulette was a fun idea I had, and I'm very proud of it. So I took several different cans of beer and soda and seltzer and whatnot, and I taped them up with painter's tape and wrote numbers on them. And so we just, rolled for a number, and that's what you had. I had some weird lager from the World Store. There was a porter and a stout in there. Again, while stair-stepping, if I got the stout, that would have been horrible, having to pound a stout while hours into stair-stepping.
Yeah, no, that's why you need the water. Oh
Yeah.
my God, do you need water at that point?
Well, after that, I did have a bit of a hydration. It was the Ilion special. If you know anything about Ilion, they hate pickles, just like I do. So it was a Malort pickleback. Now, people claim that the pickleback helps rehydrate you for your night out on drinking and all of that. No, it was just sweet baby gherkin juice. I was tempted to drink that first and then use the Malort to wash that out of my mouth, but I said nope. This is about pain and punishment for the kids. So on me, but for the kids. So I agreed.
Flagellating yourself for the children.
Kids, for the kids. Yep, self-flagellation for the kids. So I drank the Malort first and then followed it up with the weird room temperature sweet pickle brine. It's on
BRB, gonna go down to the Hasbro Children's Hospital and start whipping my back to prove my devotion.
It's don't worry, that's on the menu again this year. You can donate and I will have to drink it again. I will probably reverse it and do the pickle first. I'm just putting that out there. I've done it correct once, but it's there. And then I knew that Big Wave was next, so I raced. I think that's why I agreed to do the pickle second, because I knew I had a drink that would clean me out, so I then chased down a boss. We had a lot of cocktails because Midge had a lot of interesting cookbooks. When we first met, we've got rid of a bunch and we wrote down some neat ones. And we have made the Wheel of the Worst Drinks, which is similar to Mystery Beer Roulette, just numbers correspond. So we have another Coach McGurk that was on there. And this is an instance, I think the first time the Divine Right of Midge came into play. So Coach, again, was trying some of his own ideas. And he came up with the yeast infection, where you take an 8-ounce glass, you put in 1 shot of rum, and top it off with milk. The Divine Right of Midge, justifiable. Jeff, you cannot do anything that is guaranteed to make you puke. I have to live with you, so we used oat milk instead.
Okay. Oh, you got the old lactose intolerance. Okay. Yeah.
No,
valid.
it was mostly she's like, you can't, like, it will curdle in me.
Yes.
Yeah, that was more what she was going with.
Especially with all the shit you're down in.
Yeah, and there's another one Coach made, was just another drink. So take that glass, fill it with ice, put in a shot of whiskey, go to your fridge, get the Chinese hot mustard out.
Hell yeah.
Take a quarter teaspoon of that, put it in that drink, get a pimento to garnish it, get a parsley to garnish it, and then get that oat milk back up and fill that glass up. It is a really good drink.
Milk.
It's really good. It's the Chinese hot mustard. It is a really good drink.
It sounds surprisingly refreshing.
Yeah, I thought it would be the worst. It is really good. And I'm pretty sure it was just H. John Benjamin improving, making up these drinks, but like none of them are bad, and another drink is really good. Also, I have a deviated septum, so what do I know?
So listen up to she could drink inside.
And then we had another mystery beer roulette, another wheel of the worst, another mystery beer roulette, another mystery beer roulette, and then we had Ryudo's perfectly cromulent drink. So when Ryudo sat in last year, we were working together. We were trying to workshop some drinks, and this is quite good. You're going to shake over ice a shot of gin, a shot of mimosa premix, and a shot of Carolina Reaper rum, which is really good. You're going to strain that into a glass full of ice and then top it with some Old Bay seasoning.
Needs more crab if you're using Old Bay.
More crab.
She's quick and nimble when she needs.
Yes, I didn't get to have that, unfortunately. And also, as you might guess, we're at like the 20th and 21st drinks at this point. People were partying a little too hard, so just, we lost track of time. Whoopsie. It's in the video. I could look at it, but it's funnier just not doing that for this. The finale, we had a bar set up over there. We had a bar cam. We had some Gallagher splash zones set up because there was an incentive to Stone Cold Steve Austin 2 beers after I beat Gwen. It didn't happen because I was so exhausted. I had to be honest with myself, and everybody's like, I don't have it. So the Monster Bee and my best pal stepped in, and we kind of did a little cheers, and each drank one. So 2 beers did get drunk. They were the Stone Cold Steve Austin branded drinks. I think we did a good job. Everything was nice. I don't feel like I ripped people off necessarily. I was certainly kicked my ass for charity. Afterwards, I have to pace in the basement for about an hour or two, and my body just kind of is vibrating. Like if you've ever seen any of those DC comics where the Flash, vibrates through time, that's kind of what it felt like I was about to do.
Yeah, like you do. I mean, you gotta work out all the rest of that energy that you don't have.
Yeah, well, I didn't have energy because we were about 7.5 hours of stream last year. 43,000 steps. Jesus. Yeah, it was a lot. I did a lot. Now I did have to do the DLC though. That added quite a bit on. And there were some unfortunate deaths, but I'm hoping to trim it down a bit this year. But I'm aiming for like that 6 to 8 hour stretch, for just getting people in. We are raising money for a good cause. Our game day, as we can see on the screen right now, is Saturday, November 8th, 2025. Stream's probably going to be going up around noon, and we'll be having people walking around and squawking and talking, and if we get enough folk in, I'm sure we can let the chat peanut gallery make the character we start with. They always love that.
To be, she can go through the air and climb up trees.
We have the Gin and Toxic, which is a new drink this year that I would like to share with you because we're going to pour over ice in a 16-ounce glass a shot of gin, 3 shots of Moxie, top it off with club soda, and do 3 hits of bitters.
I mean, to be fair, tonic water was so bad that they had to slap gin in it to make it tolerable.
Yeah.
That's where the gin and tonic came from.
Yep. The person, Doc created this. Doc said, I will take the challenge of making Moxie tolerable. Because while we were talking, Doc, who is also a New Englander, pulled a Moxie out, and so I pulled a Moxie out, and then we were also talking about Baiju. So gauntlets were thrown. Speaking of gauntlets, oh, Jesus. So we did pain mode as well last year, Torpo, where, because I know you did join in, and thank you again for joining in last year. It was after pain mode ended. Pain mode was, I had a 30-pound weighted vest. There were 10 3-pound bricks.
Oh, God.
I had 2 1-pound weighted gloves, and I had 2 5-pound ankle weights. We did a donation incentive that you could make me take off weights before we started. And my good friend Donnie donated and said, please take the ankle weights off. That was good. I was dressed as
And
Ness.
so you went Super Saiyan, right?
Well, no, I was super Ness because I was dressed as Ness and doing this. And then once I got it all off, I went and changed clothes because it was a little damp. I did one practice stream of that. Skippy was sitting in. I knew it was a terrible idea, like 5 minutes in, and took me about 90 minutes to get that stuff off, I think. And I still did it because I knew it would be funny viewing. We're not doing that this year, but there is, Doc and I were talking because Doc is noted for beating Dark Souls 2 wearing a full suit of armor, and no hitting Sir Alon as well while wearing the suit of armor.
Am I gonna do it? I fucking did it! Nice! While wearing a suit of armor! Oh yeah!
Oh geez, there's a couple where it's gonna be you can donate to make me put on the gloves. And you can donate.
I love the glove.
Love the gloves. Yeah, there's donations too. Just, hey Jeff, put the gloves on. There's a donation for if the gloves are on. I have some 2.5-pound weights that I can then strap to my arms. So now we're talking, 3.5 pounds per arm. And the thing to remember is
Feel the lactic acid.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like much even with 1 pound little nose, but like you have to keep your arm straight ahead and like pivoty pointy, and gravity being the law. It's not gonna be fun for me.
If you choose her, you'll not choose wrong. With a skipper.
Then, like I said before, serious Mr. Karate's coming out. We're gonna kick it. Our goal way down. Torpo, this is about helping the kids. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
There's no winners but the kids. I'm nothing if not a petty man deep inside. And you know what really grinds my gears? I compete as part of a team. I'm part of Team Malords. Hey, Chris. Hey, Kat. We love you. But if I go to the individual page for the State of New Jersey fundraisers, I'm number 4. And ahead of me is a college esports team who I beat last year. Yeah, Brookdale College. I beat you, okay? A collective group of people. That's okay. It's okay. Meverse family, I believe. But the one that bothers me, the Rutgers esports team. Because it is one account that also registers as a team, but it's not, individual members. So they are being counted twice. And I feel that is unfair to me. And also, maybe I just want to knock those Rutgers kids down a peg. They say Rutgers University in the great state of New Jersey is like a public Ivy League school. So I'm going to kick that goalpost down and we're going to aim to get $4,000. I'm going to beat them. I'm going to beat them, Torpo. This is going to happen.
I believe in you.
I'm going to put some milestones in. And, as you said, going Super Saiyan. Torpo, there's going to be some milestones that's like, Jeff, unleash your full power. And there's going to be another milestone. No, Jeff, really unleash your full power.
Oh no.
2 people know what that is. So if you can pry it from the cold dead brains of Charles and Ryudo, be my guest. But good luck finding Charles, and Ryudo's like really strong, so that ain't happening. People. I wouldn't mess with that dude. He's tough. And also he's nice. Don't mess with him. Just be cool. But yeah, so that's our big announcement for this one. I'm gonna kick that. I'm gonna kick it. I'm gonna kick that goal down. We're gonna go. We're moving the fence post. We're gonna do more for the kids. $10,000 lifetime isn't enough. We have to beat those Rutgers kids.
She's one cool
But we gotta get through stair stepping first. I gotta get on there. I gotta stink up this house. I gotta bump some stairs. I gotta use a mouse and a controller at the same time to cheat my way to higher levels. I gotta smash things with a big club. This is This is going to be a whole lot from me, but I know people want to find more Torpid. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, if they were to go to twitch.tv/TORPIDTYPIST, they could find you, right?
Yeah, so I've been told.
Yeah, and you have other links there. So you're also on Blue Sky. You're on YouTube. I didn't memorize those. I'm not a good friend. But like, you kind of participated last year as, you know, watching the Painted Worlds. You participated in the non-cardio version of Elden Ring. I mean, you've heard what the plan is this year. What's do you have any concerns?
No, I think you'll be fine. I believe in you. You got the thing.
I was asked recently, what if you don't do this, Jeff? What if you can't finish? I said, no. I have to do this. I have to finish. You know, there's no other option but success.
I mean, you could do it. I believe in you.
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. This is for the kids. This is a positive thing, and you know, hey, let's go big picture here. You know, I'm a middle-aged man. I started working with youth when I was 12 years old. I got into teaching and all that stuff, and in some way, shape, or form, helping out with kids has always been a big part of my life. And if I can do something really silly in my basement and people will donate money to that to go help sick kids in a hospital, I'm going to keep doing it until the wheels fall off.
I've been told children are the future.
I think that's
supposedly.
Correct. I think that's correct.
I mean, look, everyone was a child at some point, so it's deeply relatable being a child and also sick.
This was a child at one point?
Damn, right.
Perhaps this is the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten.
He has no style.